What's up, YouTube? It's Gmo here, bringing you a new video. It has been a very long time since I have uploaded or even really recorded anything. That's a story for a different day. Today, we're going to do some achievement diary rune crafting at the Double Natures. I was trying to find some information on the XP rates of doing this without the max cape, because the XP rates listed are with the max cape, as well as the gold per hour you can make. So we're going to do a test today for 1 hour and just see how much GP we can make. There's a few options you are going to want to change before getting into this method. The first one is the achievement diary cape. You're going to want to switch the left click to teleport. With the menu entry swapper, you're going to want to have your NPC attack options to hidden. There's a few monkeys running around the altar that you can attack by accident. This shanty guard, you're going to want to set that to walk here. And when you get into the bank, you're going to want to withdraw your rune pouch or colossal pouch or all your pouches and switch that to fill. You can fill it from the bank and you can do it in one click. We're going to go ahead and teleport, and there's two places you have to change here. The first one being this ladder. It can kind of get in the way, so set that to walk here so you don't accidentally click on that. And Caleb can also get in your way, so set that to walk here as well. So I will do a slow walkthrough of this method, and then we'll get into actually testing this. You might also want to change Shanty to walk here as well. He gets in the way sometimes, as you can see there. We'll go ahead and set up an inventory really quick, and we will do a slow run. So fill up your rune pouches. Make sure you have stamina potions on hand. One more option I forgot to change was your NPC contact. You're going to want to change that to Dark Mage. You can, if you change it to Dark Mage, you can do it in one click, which is super sweet. That is part of why I wanted to do this. The max cape doesn't allow your rune pouches to degrade, and you get the crafting guild teleport. I'm not going to use that because I just want to see what like a raw baseline is, and there's not really too much of a difference in tiles from here to here as there is with the crafting guild. It's maybe 1 or 2 tiles, not enough to make a big difference. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to teleport to number 7, Caleb, with the achievement diary cape, and we are going to walk down the ladder and use this agility obstacle. Let me see if I can figure out what agility level you need for this. I believe it's 79. Yes, 70. You need 79 agility for this obstacle. If you have the agility cape, you're probably, or the achievement cape, you're probably already there. I'm not entirely sure what the minimum requirement is, but 79 agility, nothing too crazy, and it dumps you out right next to the altar. Here's the altar, and we are going to teleport back with number 2, Desert Jar. So the two options you need are 7 to teleport to the altar and 2 for Desert Jar. And here's the bank. I will go ahead and start the timer here in just a moment and run through an hour and see what sort of XP we can get. Alright, before I start the timer, one other plugin you are going to want that is extremely helpful is the RC lap tracker. It tracks how many laps you have until your pouches degrade. Whenever it hits 1, you are going to want to go ahead and cast NPC Dark Mage, NPC contact on the Dark Mage to fix your pouches. There will be a counter right in here. I think I moved it from its default position. I'm not entirely sure where that is, but I just have mine right above the inventory, and it is extremely helpful. I also had to adjust my timer because I put it in a bad spot and it kind of shifted whenever I started it. We're going to go ahead and get started though. I will start the timer and check back with you in about an hour. In my testing, I learned that this method is a bit more click intensive than blood runes, definitely not as AFK. I personally don't like the Guardians of the Rift minigame, so if you're like me and you prefer traditional rune crafting, then you will enjoy this method. It is very similar to traditional rune crafting, but not quite as click intensive as doing lavas. I made several mistakes throughout the hour, misclicks, misteleports, and so on, that could definitely be cleaned up for a couple thousand XP an hour more. My biggest loss was due to slow banking since I play on full screen stretched. I know a lot of people just play on the default screen size. I have a 28-inch monitor, so my mouse has to move quite a bit to do my banking. And NPC contact definitely lost me some XP per hour. If I was maxed and didn't have to do that, I would save quite a bit. I noticed some decent dips every time I would cast that. I would say that this method could cap out around 60k an hour at perfect efficiency, maybe a little bit less if you're not misclicking and just tick perfect on your banking. I may do this method again in the future with Dale Essence to test the XP rates, since I haven't seen any information on this method with Dale Essence and no max cape. Some rough math would approximate it to be around 80k XP an hour. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less if you're more efficient than I am, or even less efficient than I am. I would say that the GP per hour would probably stay right about the same, since Dale Essence only boosts your XP by 50%. It doesn't affect how many runes you are crafting. So we will go ahead and get on with the loot check. Alright, so here are the results. At the end of the hour, I managed just around 54k XP per hour and 54k XP gained. The timer went off right as I was entering the rune crafting altar, so I went ahead and finished that lap. Here is the loot from it. I got 19,272 nature runes for just under 2 mil, so that is a pretty good profit. I want to say I used 5 or 6 doses of stamina potions, which is pretty negligible. This method doesn't really require a lot of energy, but the XP rate is very solid. It's quite a bit better than doing blood runes, and the GP is very comparable. I know whenever you get the max cape, it does scale up a good amount in XP and GP. The XP, or the GP, gets closer to what you get with blood runes. I think they're about 2.5 to 3 mil an hour, but I'd say an extra 10 to 15, maybe even 20k XP an hour is definitely worth it for this method, and I will probably use this method to get to 99. It's faster GP without completely sweating, doing lavas, and losing money, but I definitely enjoy this method. Anyways, if you guys like the video, feel free to like or subscribe. I know it's been 5 years since I've uploaded anything, but I do have a couple videos I would like to try making in the future. Anyways, peace.